Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
Now, Mike.
And today, Sunday Funday. So what are we doing for today, Sunday's Fun Day? I thought it was a good day for a rye day. So, yeah. These are a few new ryes that we just had came out. Various prices, various proofs. I wanted to put them all together and see which one comes out on top. I had a banging one. Wait for next week. I won't give any teasers, but I decided I wanted to do this one in the middle. So this was the New Knob Creek 10-year rye. It comes in at 100 proof. We got it for $69.99. I want to put it up against the Bulleit rye, which comes in at 46, so that would be 92 proof alcohol. We got it for $50.99. And then the Rossville Union 6-year rye. This is also 100 proof. We got it for $52.99. And last but not least, this is the Green River Rye. This is a 95 proof, and we got it for $34.99. So I thought this would be 4 good bottles to put up. They're all relatively inexpensive. This is the most expensive, but it's a 10-year. And we'll see what they do. So normal mash mix-up rules. I don't know why I can never say that right. Mike pours them. I'm out of the room. He leaves. I shuffle them when he's out of the room. We both don't know what we're drinking. We will be drinking the same thing at the same time. So let's get right to glass number 1.
We won't know what we're drinking.
We won't know what we're drinking unless we'll make some random guesses and see how stupid we look at the end. But
I think last time we did all right.
I think so. Yeah, I went 4 for 4 the last Sunday Fun Day, but I think you did too because we had the bottles out there. We had them both.
We just had a different choice of favorites. Mm-hmm. Which that's going to happen.
Now this might not be your favorite day. I don't think I'm going to dislike any of these.
It's not going to be because none of these like a overly mint.
Right. This is a 95.5 rye, though. I know that. I just remember that off the top of my head. But
it says it right on the front.
Oh, well, then that's probably why it's on the top of my head.
Well, it's not too bad.
Mm-mm. I thought this would be a good one because, again, we just randomly did that. That actually has a nice oaky presence on that one, too.
It does.
We just recently did these 3, and that's why I said, I want to do a rye battle. We have a couple banging ones coming up that I can't wait to do. I'm liking one a lot. We're going to see. It's hard to judge one. I say it all the time because, we go one way and come back another way, but I left my drink, downstairs? That's awesome.
I seen you pour it.
Yeah, I did.
That's probably a good thing we did what we did.
Yep, 100%. I don't know if I put it over. Did I put it over there? Nope, it's over there. All right, I'll grab it after this drink. Good.
No, I meant.
No, I know. I know what you were talking about. The big truck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Viper.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
The noses are fairly close. 1 and 2.
And the palate's not totally off, but I think 1 gave me a little bit more oak. I didn't get the rinse in between, but
I don't know if that sometimes helps. Oh, this is mintier.
This one doesn't have as big of a nose as what I remember one having either.
This one's mintier too.
Mm-hmm.
Which you know what that means.
You love it. All right, there we go. Now I can cleanse my palate. That's better. We're ill-prepared today. -1.
I'm not. I'm gonna put 2 back a little bit myself.
I don't remember. I'm gonna leave it there because I was concentrating on getting my water. I do agree though. You know why? Because I think there was a little bit more of an oaky finish in the first one,
and a lot less mint.
It's gonna have to. We'll have to wait until we come back. I didn't mind the mint on that one. I thought it tasted very good.
It was within reason, but it wasn't the one we hate the most. But
yeah, I think the oak presence on glass number 1 just is what masked it because you get a lot more of the caramel and all the flavors that go along with it. This one has a different flavor.
It does have. It's like a lot less mint, but it has a little sparkle. This one might have a little bit of an oaky.
It does have an oaky. It does. It did have an oaky presence, but in the mid palate, it was more of a. I got to take a second sip on that one. And I don't know. if it was more sugary, it had a sweetness to it.
I don't mind that. It does have a little bit of an extra mint, kind of, but the flavor seems to last longer.
It does,
and
it
it
actually
has a huge, like, not the Oak and Eden finish, but it has an extra oak finish in the
I'm
end.
not getting because Oak and Eden finish was nasty, but it has an nice okay.
But it's stronger than the other two.
It has
where I'm going with that.
Okay. To me, it had a good tasting oak, but it gave me a lot of the pop rocks on the tongue on that one.
It does in the
definitely fell
beginning,
through.
and then it comes with a very oak finish on the very end.
I'll check that on the way back. I thought it was very tasty all the way around.
It lasts.
It had one of the better finishes.
I have that right now tentatively as my front runner.
I'm tied with one, I think. No, as far as because I don't remember them. That's going to need some.
And I got to do the whole same thing, be dramatic on my end because I'm going to forget when I come back.
Way different in those.
Might be a little more oatmeal in this one.
Yes, this is a whole different nose. Hold on. Like, no way I'd even tell you this is a rye on the nose.
I typically don't get. Oh, it's a different flavor too.
Mm-hmm.
And I still almost even get an oatmeal flavor.
I'm not getting oatmeal.
You don't get it in those either?
No.
Well, that's not a newsflash. You get something totally different than me.
No, I'm going to agree with you one of these days, but I got to be honest with it.
No,
I don't taste
you.
I'm not tasting oatmeal, but there is like a.
I'm kidding.
There's a slight funk.
It's almost so I was gonna say it's not like this. It's not like the cinnamon or the what's that? It's not like the Quaker. This is like the bargain oatmeal where you're gonna be real healthy, and now you got to add a bunch of shit to it because it's like pasty oatmeal. And I didn't mind it though. I didn't mind it in a bad way.
I'm actually getting. Yeah. Let me try another sip. I'm leaning towards like a young taste. This
is totally outside of the realm though, but I'm not gonna say I don't like it. But it doesn't match the profile of 1, 2, and 3.
It doesn't. I'm seriously trying your.
It's like a pasty oatmeal.
I guess I can almost see your oats. I'll think of that when I come back. That's coming back though. That definitely
did
not.
You, did you used to eat the paste when you were a kid?
No. I asked Ryan that the other day too. Funny you should say that. But all right, well there you go. That's going one way. I'm gonna have to fine tune it on the way back. But we kind of have the same layout. 1 and 3 were a little bit better than 2 and 4 on this one. But we'll see what happens on the way back. So we're gonna cleanse our palate. We'll be back in a minute. So we are back. We're gonna start on the right, work our way left, and I'm looking for oatmeals. And then you said this is the oatmeal one. I'm gonna see.
I'm still kind of getting it. So.
There is a smell in here, but it just doesn't bring me to what in my head says oatmeal.
Where are you going? Hay?
Yeah. Or like a wet hay is what I'm getting.
I'm in the thick pasty.
Mm-hmm.
Because I like my oatmeal a little more lubricated than this.
And even when this is solid though. It's not bringing me to the bad. Like, so when I say hay, I usually mean bad, but it's not bringing me that. But it is thinner or lighter and brighter on the flavor profile. It has it. It does. No, it's. That's what I think it might be right there.
There's no. I already wrote it down.
Yeah.
So I do think it's that. And
on its own, this would be delicious. But coming off of these 3, it's not hanging.
It's totally different.
Whatever 4 is, and I'm assuming it's going to be the least expensive.
It has a whole different profile too.
It does. It definitely does.
But it's different. Mm-hmm. It is totally different.
And on its own, again, it's solid, but it's definitely it tastes way different than the other 3 did.
Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, I don't even think I have a rye in the house.
I do.
I don't believe. I probably should pick one up just for if someone comes over for something different. But
right,
this is back into the lighter, fruitier. But Oh, I get a little fruit in this one.
I don't know. It's funny when you do something with because when I think light, this is light and bright, and when you say light, this is thicker and richer and darker.
So but it's lighter. It's not. This was like a thick paste to me in my head. Okay. So this one has a lighter. It has a fruitier nose to it than that one at all. But
again, they're all descriptions, and everyone has their own. It's just funny when you say something. I try to work with you.
You try to interpret it and help it.
Yeah,
but I like this.
This is way better. It's not even a question.
It is way better.
This is like
this has a nice little, a nice oaky finish in the end. It doesn't have a huge mint in the presence. It has a light mint, but not crazy mint. So I think
what I like to call a cooling sensation. It's not really like you're eating a peppermint candy. It's just like a breath of fresh air in the middle. It's like a little, after you brush your teeth and you breathe in, just like that cooling sensation you get when you have, or if you had a mint and then you breathe in.
I guess I never. If you do breathe in, you do kind of get that.
You get that, like that. It's so,
but I get the tingle in the when I eat the little York peppermint patty type deal. So without the chocolate, there's no chocolate in that to me, but.
That one's very good though.
It's my front runner.
100%. It's night and day. Come to this one.
If you can see my little like a concoction.
No, I'm with you on that. Mm-hmm. But no, that one has a good caramel in the front. You get that cooling sensation in the middle, and a nice oaky presence on the end. That's a total package right there. That whatever that 3 is very good. Not that 4 was horrible. It's drinkable, but comparably, they're not in the same world. They're not in the same class.
No, I agree. They're not.
So now, when you say light and bright, so 3's nose had like a dark, rich, caramelly smell. This is bringing me back to a lighty, I could almost say fruity on this one.
But I had a quick initial fruit on that. Then with the caramel and the rest of it. So there was more in the nose.
No, but do you see, like, does this...
This one is light. It is.
Again, I'm not trying to tell you what to smell. I'm just, like, when you say something in my head, I was like, coming off of this one, that was dark and rich, and this is light and bright. But and this one, to me, is light and bright off the nose.
There was, like, 3 notes in this one. That was, caramel-esque, fruity.
Again, I'm trying to just translate you. That's all, in my own head. Now, viscosity-wise and darkness-wise, 3 was way more viscous. It carried way more flavor and taste, and had a more complexity because it went from that caramel to the mint to the oak. Where this was more, I don't want to say one note, but it was compared to 3.
I almost have just like a nut in this one. This in taste, not in nose.
Okay.
It was. I didn't really get an oak flavor in the end. Mm-hmm. I kind of just had like a mushed up nut.
I can almost see that with a mint in your mouth while you ate it.
Light. But I do like that flavor better than 4.
I agree. But I don't think it holds a candle to 3 so far.
No.
Okay.
3.
We're in agreement then.
3 held on, and I think that's the timeline of what 3 has.
I think 3 and 1 is where I'm going to be at. I remember liking 1 too, but I agree. So far, 4 is 4 without going back. 4 is my least. Again, you guys get to see what we're drinking. Oh, I got the hiccups. Do you have any special guesses on what we have? Did you already do yours?
I did, actually.
You don't have to. We can finish one first. And then
Radio then. Let me finish this. Why are you asking me a question and tell me to shut the fuck up? Thanks.
I just thought you could rip it off the top of your head.
I kind of can.
Oh, now so okay. Now coming back to 1... It's between 1 and 3, hands down. 1 has a way more caramel front and a nice oaky presence at the end compared to what 2 just had.
With a little bit of sparkle on it in the very, very end.
Yep, but I thought this did too. I honestly think it's a battle between these two. This is 3rd and 4th, hands down.
So I kind of have it lined. I actually, without even looking, but I right now I'm thinking 3 might be the front runner.
All right. Do you want to just do it on camera if we bang it out real quick?
That's the other knick-knack that takes sometimes for
Sometimes I do. Or we can pause it. Either way. You want to pause it? We can pause it.
You tell me. I kind of already have in my head what I want, but.
All right. We'll pause it. I'll make some weird cut.
I think there's more flavor.
So we are back, and much like I thought it was going to be a quick thing, it wasn't, because this was a lot harder than we thought it was going to be. So I'm sorry. I would let you watch if I thought you guys would watch 50-minute videos, but I'm trying to cut it down. Might be a weird little transaction in the next one. I'm just going to cut it off, but we're going to see. So we'll get into it. We didn't agree on first and second place, but we agreed on third and fourth, so we'll get right into it, and then we'll say which one we disagree with. But our last place bottle for both of us was what was in glass number 4, and it's what you put in glass number 1.
Rossville.
So Rossville came in last. That is very interesting, because I didn't expect that. So our third place glass we both agreed in was glass number 2, and it's what you put in glass number 3.
Green River.
Okay, so we messed them two up. That's interesting. All right. So your first place bottle and my second place bottle, what was in glass number 3, right? Yes. And it's what you put in glass number 2.
Bulleit.
Bulleit?
Yep.
So my first place and your second place, what was in glass number 1, yes, glass number 1. So it's what you put in glass number 4. So it should be knob.
Correct.
All right. So that was your second. My first place was knob, and Bulleit ended up coming in second place. So the year's the Okie presents really came through. This is the actual shocker, is that Rossville went down that high. Although we did like the high one better than this one when we did it. But an absolute steal at $34.99. This was both of our third place one, and it actually was very good. Rossville was the one that came off. It had a weird funk to it compared to the rest of them.
Yeah,
which is funny,
because the one I thought was Green River.
I'm 90% sure Bulleit is MPG juice, and this is actually from MPG. You know what I mean? Like that's the weird thing, that of all of them,
it's totally
they
different.
sent out the good stuff. You know what I mean? So, but honestly, none of them are bad when you drink them by themselves. That's the key.
No,
but when you put them up against each other,
that is the key.
Right?
Because not everybody does. There's not a lot of people just grabs like 4 different bottles of this we're going to do for the day.
Right.
So it usually you're going to start with knob, or you're going to stop with whatever you're liking for the day, and
right.
it is consistent, and it does fit. It's fine.
Their own. They are good, very good on their own. But it's just that's the fun part of doing a blind, though. And if you've never done one, I recommend it to everyone, because you really do see the strength and weaknesses that come out of the different bottles when you do them up on a blind like this.
And again, we could do this tomorrow, and we both have probably
good change. Right, depending on what it has. So, well, there you go. This is a Sunday Funday. If you want to see a future Sunday Funday, again, leave a comment down below, because I don't think I have any that we still have bottles for that anyone suggested. So if stay tuned for next Sunday, because I guarantee you're gonna love that one. But that being said, that's Sunday Funday. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.